Hello everybody, welcome to this instruction video. Here I'd like to show you how to make the third mandala. So this is the third small mandala from the Mandala trilogy series. There's also another two small mandalas, a small mandala 1 and 2, and this is the third one. And in this video I'll show you how to make all of these rounds. This specific mandala is not joined to a ring because I'm going to grow it further in one of the next videos. And this mandala is the same design but in different colors, and it is joined to the ring, and then you can see it's just slightly stretched in terms of this one, and that's exactly what you want. You want to stretch the mandala into the ring. So in this video I'll be showing you how to make the third mandala, the third small mandala I should say, from the Mandala trilogy series. Round 1, I'm going to start with a new color. Just make a slip knot and put the slip knots on my hook. A chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then come to the first chain and close with a slip stitch. This forms a ring. If you want to make a magic ring, that's also totally fine. Now open this little ring, and there in the gap we're going to be working. Chain 3. This counts as your first double. That's 1. And now we're going to make 11 more in the ring. So they're in that little gap in the hole. This is 1. Going to make 11. 2. And that gives us a nice little base to continue from. This is 3. And this is number 11. I have 11 double crochets in the hole and the chain 3, so that's 12 doubles in total. Cut your yarn, because we're going to close with an invisible join. Just open up the loop and thread your yarn tail here on a needle. The invisible join. Here is the chain 3, so that's the first stitch, and then this here is the second stitch with the loop here at the top, forming the base of that second stitch. So come through the second stitch, so through those both little loops, and then come back to the last stitch worked. So now it looks like this, and then through the top of that last stitch worked, insert your needle a little bit like to the back. So now you have these two very large loops that are going to cover the chain 3, and then just pull them close so that they are both the same size as the stitches either side. There we go. And just fashion it a little bit. And now you've made a little stitch here on top of the chain 3. That completes the invisible join and also completes round 1. I'm just going to work away the yarn tail here to the back, and then we're ready for the next round. Round 2, new color yarn on my hook with a slip knot, and in this round we're going to be working a back post half double, actually 2 back post half doubles on every stitch. The first one is a standing stitch, so that means yarn over and just hold on to that loop there on your hook and come to any stitch, and then from the back around the post of the stitch work a back post half double. That's 1, and we're going to work another one, so around the same position as we just made the first one. I'm going to do the second one as well. And that's 2. So around this one stitch here you've got 2 back post half doubles. I'm going to repeat that all the way around, so I'll just show you again. So the first one here, the next stitch here around the post from the back, that's one, and now we work another one along the same position. And this is a little fiddly because it's still small and you've got to squish those stitches in there, so just stack them like on top of one another. So repeat all the way around, 2 back post half doubles on every stitch, and then I'll just show you the closing. All the way around, so I'm right at the start again, and now we're just going to close on the first stitch with a slip stitch. And this first stitch here, this half double, this can be a little tricky to get into. So just open, so just find that little loop there. So it's just next to the slip knot. There's the slip knot, then the stitch is just next to it, and then through there close with a slip stitch. There we go. And leave your yarn attached for the next round. Round 3 of the small mandala number 3. This round we're going to be building a framework that we're going to be working petals into in the round after. Continue with the same color and chain 1. Does not count as a stitch. Then in the same stitch as which you're currently at, work a single crochet. And just get it next to that slip stitch. Single crochet. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 3 stitches and work a single. So 1, 2, 3 skip and work a single. And this we're going to be repeating. So chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 1, 2, 3 stitches and work a single. Now done the repeat twice. We're doing 4 more, and then after the last chain space, close on that first stitch with a slip stitch and leave your yarn attached. Round 4. In this round we're going to be working in each of the chain spaces. Chain 1. This does not count as a stitch. Then in this, I'm going to show you this one chain space, but it's the same for all of them. In this chain space work a half double, so 1 half double, then 8 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a little bit more yarn, and 8. So 8 doubles in that space. Then just move it up a little bit because I need 1 more half double in the same space. So in this chain space you've worked a half double, 8 doubles and 1 half double, and that you're going to be repeating in all of those chain spaces. When you get to the end, we're just going to close with an invisible join, and I'll show you how to do that. To close with an invisible join, I'm just going to cut my yarn and open up the loop and thread this on a needle without splitting the yarn. There we go. I'm going to cover the first stitch with the invisible join, so we come to the second. That's this first double, because the half double here is what we're going to be covering. So come to that stitch, insert the yarn through, and then come back to the last stitch worked with the needle, and then pull that tight until the little loops are the same size as either side. Now I can work away this yarn tail, and I'm ready for the next round. round 5 new color yarn. I'm going to start with a back post single in the first of these 8 doubles. So you've got the half double, and then you've got the 8 doubles and the half double. Now on those 8 doubles we're going to be working. Now the first one is a standing back post single. So that's the half double. You don't want that one, I want the first double. So around that stitch, a back post single, standing. And then the next 7 doubles also get a back post single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's 8 back post singles in total. Now going to come down and work a front post double here around this single crochet from round 3. So yarn over, I'm going to have to fold your work a little bit to get around that stitch. A front post double. We're now going to work on the next petal. So that means you've got 1 half double left on this petal that you're going to skip, and on the next petal also. So again, we're only going to be working on the doubles. And on those doubles, work a back post single on all 8 of them. So here's the first double. So you see I'm skipping that half double. Then around the post, the first single, that's 1. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 back post singles. And then again, just like here, a front post double around the single crochet from round 3. Front post double. And this this repeat is of course the same as that repeat. So continue and repeat this all the way around. And here after your last front post double, that one, go to close on this first single crochet here, close there with an invisible join, and I'll again just show you how to do that. Finish the round. Now the invisible join, again cut your yarn, it always starts with that, and open up the loop and thread yarn on the needle. And as always, this is the first stitch, so we come to the second, insert the needle there, pull that tight, then come to the last stitch worked, and I'm just going to take that yarn tail to the back, and now you've got those loops there, and just make them close so that they're the same size as the stitches either side. That completes the invisible join. I'm just going to work away these yarn tails, and then we're ready for the next round. Round 6, new color yarn on my hook, and this round we're going to be working back post stitches, but we're going to be working them also here on the doubles from round 4, and they already have a back post stitch, so you're going to be stacking them, so that's going to be 2 in 1 stitch. First one is a standing back post double, and it's on the first of these 8 double crochets from round 4. So there where you have that first stitch, this one here, at the same position. So you've already got a stitch there, so just stack that and work a back post double. I'll show you again. in a moment. So here you see they've got the 2 stitches in one position. Then chain 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we do the same here on the last of these 8 doubles. Again, a back post double. So they around that stitch, that last back post double. So the first one and the last one, and then chain 6 in between. Then chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we repeat on this petal. So the first one gets a back post double, the first of those 8 doubles. Like I said, I'm going to have to dig them out just a little bit. So there's the first one. So if you look closely, you see there's 2 stitches there. But the petal kind of falls over and you don't really see that. Chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now come to the last position, the last of those 8 doubles, and again work a back post double. And that last one is just a little bit easier than the first one. And again chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the next petal. Now this is the repeat, so we're going to repeat that 8 times. Let me just complete this back post double. So repeat this 6 times in total. So it's a chain 6 when you're behind the petal, and it's a chain 4 when you go from one petal to the next. And then it's a back post double on the first and the last of those 8 doubles. Go all the way around, and when you're here at the first one, just close there with a slip stitch and leave your yarn attached. Round 7, I'm going to continue with the same color yarn. I'm just going to move to the chain space with a slip stitch. There we go. This round we're going to be working 6 half doubles in a chain 6 space and 4 half doubles in a chain 4 space. Just going to do a chain 1. This does not count as a stitch. Then in this space 6 half doubles. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 half doubles, and then here's a chain 4 space 4 half doubles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And repeat this all the way around. So 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4 all the way around. And when you're here back to the beginning, then close with an invisible join over the first stitch. So through the second stitch you're going to be inserting your needle and then covering the first stitch with an invisible join. At the end of round 7, the small mandala number 3 measures give or take 9 centimeters in diameter. It's a little wobbly, which will flatten out in the next 2 rounds, but gives you an idea of where you want to be in terms of size. If your mandala is way different, especially if it's larger, replace these half doubles with single crochets just to make it a little bit smaller. And now we're ready to move on to round 8. Round 8, I have a new color yarn on my hook. We're going to start in any stitch with a standing 3 double crochet cluster. So I'm just going to yarn over, hold on to that, and then any stitch, doesn't matter which stitch. I'm going to take this one, work in essence 3 doubles together in the same stitch. So that's once, twice, 3 times, 4 loops on your hook, take them all off in one go. Chain 5, 4, 5, and then skip 3 stitches and then again a 3 double crochet cluster. So that's 1, 2, 3, skip, and here a 3 double crochet cluster. 2, 3, and take them off. And that's the idea. So again, a chain 5 that you're going to be repeating until the end. 4, 5, 5 chains, then skip 3 stitches and again 1, 2, 3, skip a 3 double crochet cluster. So repeat this all the way around, and when you're back at the first stitch, you can close on that first standing stitch here. Close there with a slip stitch and fasten off. Round 9, new color yarn on my hook, and we're going to start in any chain space. I'm going to take this one and start with a standing single crochet. In the same space, work another single, so that's 2 singles in that space. Now come down, and you've got here these 3 skipped stitches. In that center stitch, work a treble. So yarn over twice. In that center stitch, keeping the chains to the back, work a treble. Then come back to this chain, the same chain space, and work another 2 singles. That's 1 and 2. You've got the cluster stitch around that front post single. There we go. And this is in essence the repeat that we're going to do all the way around. I'll quickly show you once again. So it's 2 single crochets in the chain space, 2, come down, and you've got these 3 skipped stitches. In the center stitch, second one, work a treble and stay clear of the chain space to the back. And now in that chain space, 2 more singles, 1, 2, and around the cluster stitch, a front post single. There we go. Now I've done the repeat twice. You need to do a few more, and when you get here back to this first standing stitch there, close with a single with a slip stitch on that single crochet, and then leave your yarn attached for the next round. Round 10. This round we're going to be working half doubles. Chain 2, that's the first half double, this counts as a half double, and now in the next 13 stitches work a half double. So that's 1, 2, 3, 13. There you go. So that's 13 half doubles plus the chain 2 at the beginning is 14. In the next stitch, work 2 half doubles. So this is an increase. So that's 1, 2. And now we're going to repeat 14 half doubles. 1, 2, 13, 14. So that's 14 half doubles since the last increase, and now in the next stitch work 2 half doubles. 1, 2. And this you're going to repeat all the way around. So 14 half doubles and then 2. 14, 2, 14, 2. Go all the way around, and when you get back to the beginning, you're going to close here with an invisible join. Round 11, last round of this small mandala. New color yarn on my hook, and this round we're going to work a back post single crochet on every stitch. Now it doesn't matter where you start. I'm just going to take this stitch here. The first one is a standing back post single, and then from there normal back post singles. So back post single on every stitch, and when you're all the way around, close on your first stitch with a slip stitch. There you go. I've just done a few, need to do a few more. Go all the way around and close on that first stitch. At this point I've completed this small mandala. I've joined that first stitch with a slip stitch, and now you have two options. You can either leave it like this in terms of size and then connect it to a small 15 centimeter diameter mandala ring. That's option 1. Or option 2, you continue to grow the mandala. So this is the same design. You continue to grow it with one of the medium mandala designs. So two options available to you. I'm going to continue to grow this mandala, so I'm going to fasten off, and then in the next video I'll be showing you how I grow this with one of the 3 medium mandala designs. Brings us to the end of this specific instruction video. I want to thank you for watching. Until next time.